Hi guys, so today I'm going to be repotting a bunch of little Epidendrum radicans. Now, these plants, they just don't do good for me, and I know the reason why, probably, I'm just assuming, is because I have them in a weird mix of like mulch and sphagnum moss, and I don't know why I did that. I really don't, so I'm just going to repot all of them today into bark mix. See, they have no roots. That's, I mean, it's pretty bad. But also I feel like staking them is a big thing that needs to get done. So I'm gonna do that. I got these, all of them, for $12. It's a bunch of little different separate like keikis someone pulled off of their big plant. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, which is good. I think I had 8 and they died, because I feel like 8 is a number that I had, but I'm not sure about that. Yes, I don't know why, but I had them in like sphagnum moss and mulch, and I put things in mulch, but some things do well in it, some things really don't, because it's such a it's so fine. It's really pretty much just sphagnum moss. I feel like catasetum might actually do pretty good in it, but most other things really wouldn't. I'm just gonna, yeah, there's really no unpotting to do, and it's really gonna be not that long of a video, but see, all of them are just so unhealthy, and I think it was mainly the fact that, number one, they weren't stabilized, but the main thing was the media. And the media was really bad, nothing grew in it. So I'm just gonna put them in straight bark. No weird sphagnum moss or anything, because I feel like they just stayed wet too much, and that was the main issue. Nothing really grew any roots. See, there's just not much left there. But I'm gonna work with it. It was worse. They didn't have any roots when I first got them. They grew just a little bit, but there isn't enough. It makes me think that like they loved the media they were in, and also there's growth like just this, and that is inside, I guess. There wasn't enough airflow inside, maybe, I don't know. A lot of the plants really hate being inside. I mean, if you can be outside or inside, which one would they choose, right? They're gonna choose outside because it's better out here. Now I'm just gonna pot all these back up. That was really quick, actually, unpotting all of them. So what I chose to put them in is clay. I think most plants do better in clay. I think oncidiums do better in plastic for me. Other than that, really most things I just put in clay. These are old clay pots I had catasetums in last year. They're uneven, I just realized that. It's weird, but what's it matter? So yeah, I'm just gonna put my bark in here. This is Orchids Power. This is just what it is. Now, this potting media, I don't know if I've really talked about it yet. It's really the only good media that I can find in like a Lowe's or anything near me. We have this other stuff called like black gold or something. I would not use that for most plants. You can use it for like cymbidiums, I think, because it has a lot of dirt in it. Also, I kind of want to talk about what I'm doing here. I'm putting a chunkier mix on the bottom. Something else I do, I think it helps. The chunkier bark goes in the bottom, and it that way water can't like build up in the bottom or anything. And then if you put a little bit of finer medium on the top, it holds in a little bit more water up there, so it's kind of like more of a balance, I guess, because the top normally dries out more since it's more exposed to air. I'm just gonna throw them all in there. Now, once these get bigger, I'm gonna put them all into like one big clay pot, which I thought I was gonna do that, but then I forgot I was gonna do that, so then I just didn't do it. I'm just gonna put a little bit more of this media on there. It feels really nice. Like yesterday and today it was up in the 80s. I think that's pretty good for here in early March. I've never seen it like that, and I've lived here all my life. This is North Carolina, of course. Kind of crazy, actually. It was almost 90 yesterday. We're in early March. Global warming, you know, it's really doing its job here. They don't hold themselves up. I'm gonna use one of these, and I wish I had brought some of that stuff. I'll go get it in a minute, but for right now, I'm just gonna finish filling in the pot. Then I'm gonna put some of the Orchids Power on top, just to give it that top coat of a little bit finer medium. Okay, so this now, this is the second one, and I am just putting some bark in here, some of the bigger bark. In a minute, I'm gonna start putting Orchids. And I'm gonna praise that stuff again, Orchids bark. It's great. I didn't see why people thought it was like why people would pay extra for it. I know why now. It is worth it if you ever like can find Orchids for pretty cheap. I suggest trying it out. Just put a couple plants in it that you think we could use some fine grade bark. It really is worth it. Like this bag, gallon bag, someone at my society sells it for $8. I think it's worth it. He also had like Power Plus, which is even finer, I think. That's how it works. He had a finer bark, or maybe it was chunkier, I don't know. He had two different grades. He had this one and one other one, which I think was a finer grade. I don't know. And now that these are potted up in straight bark, maybe they'll do better for me. I think this one's actually pretty stable. It might not need a stake, but these three, I'm gonna stake them all together in the middle right here. I'm probably gonna do the same here. I'm just gonna go in, shove a stake in there, tie them all together. Simple as that. I'll give you guys updates on these later. I just wanted to repot these and, you know, repot them in front of the camera. I think it's pretty simple. Just some bark on the top, some more bark in the bottom. No rocks or anything, because this is they're not too top heavy or anything yet. But for right now, I think that's okay. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.